Social facilitation versus social loafing. Human beings behave differently when they are alone compared to when they are in the presence of others. This difference becomes clear when we look at two important concepts in social psychology: social facilitation and social loafing. These ideas explain how the presence of others can either motivate individuals to perform better or, in some cases, make them put in less effort. Understanding these two patterns helps explain how group settings influence behavior, productivity, and motivation in everyday life. Social facilitation refers to the tendency for people to perform better on simple or well-practiced tasks when they are being observed or are in a group setting. The idea dates back to 1898, when Norman Triplett noticed that cyclists rode faster when competing with others than when riding alone. Later, psychologist Robert Zajonc explained that the presence of others increases physiological arousal. This heightened state boosts performance on familiar tasks but can harm performance on difficult or unfamiliar ones. For example, a pianist who has practiced a song many times may play it better before an audience, while a beginner may make more mistakes because of nervousness. The reason this happens lies in what psychologists call evaluation apprehension. When people think they are being watched or judged, they become more alert and focused. This attention can motivate them to try harder, aiming to impress others or avoid embarrassment. However, this same awareness can also lead to anxiety if the person feels unprepared. Social facilitation, therefore, is not always beneficial. It depends on how confident a person is with the task. In contrast, social loafing is the opposite effect. It happens when individuals put in less effort while working in a group than when working alone. This concept was discovered by Max Ringelmann, a French engineer, who found that when people pulled on a rope together, the total effort was less than the sum of each person's effort when pulling alone. The reason is that individuals feel less responsible in a group. They assume that their contribution will not be noticed or that others will pick up the slack. Social loafing is common in classrooms, workplaces, and teams. For instance, during a group project, some students may rely on others to complete the assignment. In a large office, certain employees may not work as hard when part of a team because they believe their individual performance will not be tracked. This happens because responsibility becomes diluted. When everyone is responsible, no one feels truly accountable. The main difference between social facilitation and social loafing lies in visibility and accountability. In social facilitation, people feel seen and judged, so they work harder. In social loafing, people feel invisible within the group, so they put in less effort. The key factor is whether individual performance can be identified. When people know their actions are being evaluated, motivation increases. When they think no one will notice their contribution, motivation decreases. Group size plays an important role in determining which effect occurs. In small groups, it is easier to see who is contributing, so social facilitation is more likely. In large groups, however, individuals can hide their lack of effort, making social loafing more common. The nature of the task also matters. Tasks that are interesting, challenging, or personally meaningful reduce loafing, while boring or meaningless tasks increase it. Cultural background also influences these behaviors. Collectivist societies, such as Japan and China, emphasize group harmony and shared responsibility. People in these cultures are less likely to engage in social loafing because they feel a moral duty to contribute. In contrast, individualist societies like the United States or the United Kingdom, where personal success is valued more than group success, may see higher levels of social loafing. Gender and personality also play a part. Studies suggest that women and people with conscientious or responsible personalities are less likely to loaf because they care about their reputation and the group's outcome. To reduce social loafing and encourage social facilitation, group leaders can use several strategies. Making individual contributions visible is one of the most effective methods. When each person has a clear role or specific task, they are more likely to stay engaged. Providing regular feedback and recognizing effort also helps maintain accountability. In schools or workplaces, assigning roles publicly or evaluating individual performance within group work can discourage people from relying on others. Similarly, to encourage social facilitation, it helps to create environments where people feel both motivated and supported. Public recognition, small rewards, or visible acknowledgement can inspire people to do their best. However, it is equally important to ensure that people do not feel pressured or anxious, as too much evaluation can backfire. A healthy level of observation combined with encouragement leads to positive motivation rather than stress. Modern technology has also changed how these dynamics play out. In online learning or remote work environments, social loafing can increase because supervision is less direct. Without physical presence, individuals may feel less accountable. However, digital tools such as shared progress trackers, virtual meetings, and performance dashboards can help make contributions visible again. Similarly, sharing achievements publicly through online platforms can create a sense of recognition and social facilitation, motivating people to perform well even in virtual settings. Both social facilitation and social loafing reveal important truths about human psychology. People are motivated when they feel that their actions matter and that others recognize their effort. When they feel unnoticed or unnecessary, their motivation fades. The challenge for leaders, educators, and team managers is to create an environment that maintains visibility, fairness, and recognition. Doing so helps individuals stay motivated and teams remain productive. In real life, both effects often exist side by side. A student may perform better in a class presentation because classmates are watching, social facilitation, but may do less work when part of a group project, social loafing. In sports, players may train harder during competitions but may slack off during team practice. Understanding these patterns helps in designing better teams, improving leadership, and encouraging collaboration without losing personal responsibility. In conclusion, social facilitation and social loafing represent two sides of how social presence affects behavior. When people feel seen, they perform better. When they feel hidden, they perform worse. Recognizing and managing these effects can help schools, workplaces, and communities become more efficient, cooperative, and motivated. Human beings thrive when their efforts are valued, and every person feels that their contribution makes a difference. If you enjoyed learning about social facilitation and social loafing, please like this video, share it with others who are interested in understanding human behavior, and subscribe to the channel for more easy-to-understand explanations of psychology and sociology. Your support keeps this channel growing and inspires more educational content to help people see the world through a deeper and clearer lens.